So our next topic is going to be adding and subtracting polynomials. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the odds and I'm going to want you to do the evens this time. So here I have 5p squared minus 3 plus 2p squared minus 3p to the third. So what's happening here, I have a binomial, which that's a polynomial with two terms. So I have a binomial plus another binomial. Okay, so since this is addition, I'm just going to rewrite this. Okay, if it was a number in front, then I may have to distribute, but we do not have to worry about this for that problem. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to combine my like terms. Basically, what defines a like term is terms that have the same variable and exponent. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my highest exponent, which is going to be this negative 3p to the third. Okay, that one doesn't have a like term with it, so I'm just going to bring that down. Then here, for my to the second powers, I have 5p to the second, and I have 2p to the second, and that's going to give me 7p squared. Okay, so when you're adding and subtracting polynomials, you're just combining the coefficient, which is the number in front. You don't need to add the exponents or anything like that. Those exponents are going to stay the same. And then here I have just the constant that's by itself, so I bring down negative 3, and that's my answer. Negative 3p cubed plus 7p squared minus 3. All right. So our next one here, same thing. I have 4 plus 2n to the third plus 5n to the third plus 2. So I'm going to rewrite that like so. Okay, again, it's no number in front, so I can just bring those down. Then I'm going to start off with my highest exponent, which is 3. So I have 2n to the third and 5n to the third. That's going to give me 7n to the third. Okay, then I have 4 and positive 2. Notice when I circle each like term, I am also circling the operation that's in front, and that lets me know whether I need to add or subtract. So I'm looking at this as 4 plus 2, and that gives me 6. So that's my final answer. Okay. So this next one, notice I have subtraction. Okay, so when I have subtraction, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to distribute this negative into all the terms that are in the parentheses. So it may help to add in an imaginary one. Some of you may need it, some of you may not. But what's going to happen is everything on the inside is going to become the opposite. So I'm doing negative 1 times 4, that's negative 4. I have negative 1 times 2a squared, that's negative 2a squared. So please make sure you apply that negative 1 to everything on the inside. A lot of students make the mistake and just apply the negative for the first number. So make sure you do all of them. Then I'm just going to bring down the other part that I didn't mess with. Then we define our like terms. So we have 3a squared and we have negative 2a squared. So I'm looking at 3 minus 2, which is 1. So I have a squared, or you can put 1a squared if that helps. I have 1 minus 4. That's going to be negative 3. So that's my answer. A squared minus 3. All right. My next one, same thing. Let's add our 1 in front. So that's going to be negative 5a minus 3. Then I have 5a plus 4. So like terms, I have 5a and negative 5a. So those are actually going to cancel out because that's 0. So I don't need to write anything for a. Then I have 4 minus 3, which is 1. So my answer for this one is 1. Okay. Now this next one, notice I have 3 terms here. So this is going to be a trinomial plus another trinomial. So since I'm still dealing with addition, I'm just going to go ahead and bring down everything. So I have negative 4k to the 4th plus 14 plus 3k to the 2nd. Then I have plus minus, so all I got to do is just put a minus because whenever I multiply a positive and a negative, I still get a negative. So I'm going to just go ahead and put the minus sign. And I'm going to bring down everything else. It's going to stay the same because I'm dealing with addition. Then let's define our like terms. So I'm going to start off with negative 4k to the 4th. And that's going to go with negative 3k to the 4th. So that's going to be negative 7k to the 4th. Okay. It may help to cross out each term after you combine them, just so you can know that you're done with it and you don't get confused. Then my next one, I have 2k squared. It's nothing that goes with that, so I'm just going to bring that down. Then I have negative 14k. That's alone, so I'm going to just bring that down. And then I have 14 minus 8, which would be negative 6. So that's my answer. Okay. Now here I still have my trinomials, but I'm subtracting this time. So I'm going to add in my imaginary 1. And I'm going to distribute, making everything on the inside the opposite. So I have negative 1 times 10a. That's negative 10a. I have negative 1 times negative 2a to the 5th. That's going to be positive 2a to the 5th. I have negative 1 times negative 14a to the 4th. That's positive 14a to the 4th. So again, everything on the inside is the opposite. Then I just bring down this other side. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my a to the 5th power. So I have 12a to the 5th power, and I have 2a to the 5th power. That's going to give me 14a to the 5th power. Okay. I have 14a to the 4th. That's by itself, so I'm just going to bring that down. I have negative 10a to the 3rd. That's by itself as well. So I'm going to bring that down. Okay. Then I have negative 6a minus 12a. Sorry, minus 10a. And that's going to give me negative 16a. And that's my answer. All right. Here we have another addition problem. So I'm going to just rewrite that. All right, so we're going to start off with our x to the 5th term. So I have positive 13x to the 5th and positive 5x to the 5th. So that's going to give me 18x to the 5th. Then from there, I have negative x to the 4th and 7x to the 4th. That's going to give me positive 6x to the 4th. Keep in mind, it's an imaginary 1 in front, so I'm looking at 7 minus 1. And then here I have 6x to the 3rd power plus 6x to the 3rd power, and I have 12x to the 3rd power. And that's it. All right, then my last one, I'm going to rewrite it without the parentheses, of course, because it's no numbers in front. I have plus minus here, so remember, I just need one sign there. And let's go ahead and combine. So I'm going to start off with my n to the 4th terms. Okay, so I have negative 2n to the 4th minus 6n to the 4th. That's going to be negative 8n to the 4th. I don't have any terms with the power of 3, so I'm going to move on to my power of 2. Notice I have 13n squared minus 13n squared, so that's going to cancel out. And then I have 11n minus 3n, that's going to give me positive 8n. Okay, and that's it for the odd. So what I want you to do now, go through the even problems just through 16. I did put the answer key in Google Classroom, so I don't just want you to write down the answers. I want you to be showing your work, and when you're done, I want you to see if you got those correct.